Hmm. Ah, January 31st, 2022. I always dreamt of saying that date from a different perspective in life and in culture and, class and all of that. What I find even more interesting is that, it seemed like when people were working on their mental health, everybody knew that these times would disturb that. Let me give you an example. As it relates to the cancel or cancer culture, um, some words are separated by one letter, but their meanings are not. I can't get it in my brain not to say what I feel like saying. And if you didn't hire me, you can't fire me. Yet, the new culture has encouraged people. It's another way of dehumanizing people, another way of classifying and profiling people is to take what they say, you don't agree, they got to go. That's just how people are now. Even if you're in like a social circle that has nothing to do with media or social media, people don't want to hear it, they shut you up. And so the effect of it is you got all these entities, and they're probably attached to some multinational corporation, which is more than likely attached to some family that doesn't even show its foot or face in this country, telling people what to say and what not to say, or telling people to tell people what not to say. And then you create a larger underclass. Let me give you an example of some things that I'm really, really talking about. Natural ice, not malt liquor. I mean, whoops. Natural light. It's not a commercial though. I'm just drinking. So anyway, if the most censored topic is these demic times, I'm only going to shorten the word. I'm not monetized, so it don't matter. These demic times, right? We become fearful because mortality is looking at us. You know, People like myself are highly classified as unhealthy. And you know nothing about me. Just know I'm black, and you want to target me for whatever it is that you want to give me. But when I say black, it's just in color because I have different cultures, which a lot of people want to argue about that too. But I know who I am, and I know my family. I know my tree. I don't have to share it with everybody. It doesn't matter who I am. I'm a human being. The problem that I have with everything is that you got a class of human beings that think they own other human beings. Now, mind you, the vast majority of these human beings who they come down on in secret circles, if they came face to face with them, they would be smiling in their face until they clutched their pearls and got to their vehicles to speed off, probably run you over doing it. And we're always classified as some criminal intent because we want to think for ourselves. Then they're banning and burning books that people have already read and registered the information. You trying to kill the proof? You can't break in and take everybody's books. Maybe you can. Maybe you got a plan like that, some sort of elaborate door to door operation. When I first enlisted to serve this country, I had an ideal. First, I wanted to finish school. And then I wanted to be the best possible support that I could be for those I needed to support and wanted to support. But somewhere along the line, the people who still wanted their favorites and their like type beings to rise were able to still put a foot on necks like mine and rise above me with lesser skill and lesser abilities. Fast forward to 55. All of a sudden, it's like, what are you going to do? You got to be a slave now. Listen to this. If someone can enslave me, right, they're going to have to do it by a level of force they've never used. The reason why I say that is because I don't have to relinquish anything to anyone, and neither do you. And even if you disagree with what I'm saying, I don't have no opposition to your disagreement. You know why? Because people are meant to disagree so that they can give their point of view. And maybe those points of view aren't really uncommon, they're just misunderstood. But the misunderstanding here is, why do people want certain things not said? That borders on insane. And it actually borders on a lack of intellect. But who needs intellect when you have all the resources and the ability to crush people? See what I'm saying? It's just a manner of things here. I want to try to make a meme which shows the First Amendment as a roll of toilet paper. You know what I mean? But those who would wipe their butts with it act like they don't shit. It don't matter to me what you think about me, because I'm at that point in my life, but I'm not gonna let nobody just run up on me with anything. Narratives, trolling, gaslighting, you name it. And for those people who did something that they were told to do, I'm not knocking you for your choice. I'll never knock anybody for their choices. I mean, any choice. It could be insane to me, but it's a choice. But the choice I will knock you for is trying to put a muzzle on me. Because I don't think you'll be able to do that without using some sort of sneaky bureaucracy trick or law that can say, you must legally shut up or we'll blow your head off or hang you. What does that sound like? Doesn't sound like year 2000 stuff, does it? Sounds more like pre-1864. And for some, 1865, because they weren't told, or I should say 66. And of course, we get an olive branch as that being a holiday. Slaves who didn't know slavery was over until they worked a whole year of it afterwards and never got paid shit for it. Oh, that was noble. That's why they did that shit. But here's what I'm saying. Whether you white, black, whether you have some orientation, agenda, or anything, I'm not against you. But you may be against me just so you can uphold what your agendas are. And that's fine. Because if anybody tries to run up on me, you wouldn't be the first. You sure wouldn't be the last, right? But just understand what you're dealing with. I'm not threatening nobody. I feel like I'm a relatively nice guy. compared to a lot of people who just be on here talking about F this person, F that person. I don't have F that to do. I got life to do. I got generations of people in my life that came from me. I don't have to deal with that. I'm going to make sure they don't have to deal with that. And they're very productive people in society. I come from a family of academically strong individuals. Everyone in my household has degrees or at least a trade. Now, fact remains, we should be able to say what we want to say. I believe everybody can learn from everybody. But that's not where the world is headed. I may not even be around to make another video, but in case I'm not, this is public record that may not be censored before I'm deep in the ground or cremated. If we live our lives accordingly to give and take, then we give and take. You know what I mean? We do what we have to do. Shout out. Shout out. I don't know your language, but shout out for commenting on my live. Hope your life is great. You know, I'm on the positive side, but I really think that the downside is that we're too fragile to understand what everybody is putting at us. And, there has to be some sort of balance. Maybe it will, maybe it won't come. But, the vision is clear. Hopefully there's not a mass execution. Hopefully neither me nor you or anybody has to become a part of it. And in this blessed time, I want to say this isn't really a long live. Thanks for checking in. I don't know the language. It looks like it could be Russian in respect. I really hope y'all understand, what I'm saying. And, I give love and shout out to all nations. I believe there's like-minded people in all nations, people who just want to live, want their families to thrive. And with that, Ja Rastafari, and I'm out.